of course, the war in Syria is one of the main factors contributing to the refugee crisis. But since Turkey and the EU agreed to a migration plan, the International Organisation for Migration says Greece has had fewer refugees arrive in the past 10 days. Now, NATO Chief Jens Stoltenberg spoke last hour in Athens and discussed NATO's efforts to reduce the number of people trying to enter Europe through Greece.
Greece is at the forefront of the refugee and migrant crisis. You are generously hosting tens of thousands of people, and NATO is in the Aegean Sea because Greece, Germany and Turkey requested our assistance to help cut the lines of human trafficking. There has been a significant reduction in the number of people crossing the Aegean from Turkey to Greece, and NATO are helping counter criminal networks, secure our borders and save lives.
Maria Kagkenidou is following this story from Athens. Maria, was this visit more symbolic, or was there actually any substance to help us understand the various NATO missions at hand here?
Well, there was certainly symbolism here. Mr. Stoltenberg visited a NATO ship patrolling the Aegean waters. But it's much more than that, I think. There's a number of hot spots in the wider region. NATO is currently operating within the borders of its member states. It is also cooperating with a European Union agency, Frontex. This is a uniformed European agency that is currently being beefed up. And on top of this, this operation involves two NATO members, Greece and Turkey, that have had a very tense relationship for decades. Actually, today, Greek Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras said during the press conference that Turkey was putting obstacles in the way of this NATO operation, that it wasn't allowing the NATO forces, the Greek and the NATO forces, to patrol the entire coastline between Greece and Turkey. So there was certainly symbolism, but it was also an affirmation that NATO intends to stay engaged in the region. And there was also a very, very strong signal that NATO is going to be here, that it is helping people, that it is part of the solution.
OK, Maria, I think we'll have to leave it there, but thanks very much for that. That's Maria Kagkenidou in Athens there.